So there is a channel on TikTok called Jules Wolf Poetry. Jules Wolf Poetry. He's an empath and he has a very good channel. So he normally all his content is about empaths. If you want to know what is going on with you, you want to know, learn deeper about who you are. You are an empath. I would recommend please go there and show a brother some love, okay? Go there, maybe subscribe, I don't know, follow his channel, and he has some books as well. You can get to know a lot of things about empaths. Now, I personally didn't know anything about empaths. I did not know who an empath was. So I remember having this encounter with someone who didn't actually tell me that I was an empath, but they told me that you are a very beautiful person, but you don't know who you are. That is the secret, and that is the beauty of it, that you don't know who you are. So this narcissist was telling me that I was a good person, but the beauty of it, that I didn't know who I am. So sometimes you hear people telling you things like, these narcissists, they know who you are even before you know yourself. So they already know that, oh, this one is easy target, easy prey. I can just do this or do that, get whatever it is from them. It is only when an empath becomes empowered, that is when they're able to take back their power and start protecting themselves a little bit more. So you become a bulletproof empath, and you are not somebody who's going to be taking anybody's crap. You have learned the value of your energy. You have also learned how to protect yourself. So go there, support Jules, guys, ladies and gentlemen, empaths on these channels. Show the brother some love, okay? Now, there's a language that all empaths speak. Finding out that I was an empath, which was about 5 years ago, I would now learn and start reading more, understanding more, visiting different channels. Back in the days, there was a channel was called Chosen 144, which was also talking about empaths. But I no longer see that channel. I don't really know what happened. So I started discovering my tribe. Because one by one, you start to see people that match your frequency, people that match your energy. You're able to see the people who can actually speak your language. You're like, oh, that is me. You can see yourself in somebody else. Now, I also understand that there is empaths who are really broken, unhealed. They're probably going through traumatic experiences, abuse or stuff. But there's also empaths who are empowered and they are healed empaths. So the more healing you do on yourself is the brighter you shine. If you're a broken empath, unhealed empath, then eventually you may absorb a lot of toxic energy, and you could sometimes end up being toxic, but still, you are still an empath. Regardless of whether you are broken or not, there is a language that we speak. And there's a language that every empath speaks. There's about 11 things I'm going to talk about in this video, which will show you that this is a language that every empath speaks. Number one, as an empath, you will also find out you are a natural giver. You can give your heart away. You can give your soul away. You will give your money away. You will give your energy away. You will give your time away. You will give, and give. And now on the other side of the spectrum, we have these people who are just taking. They will take and take and take until there's nothing left to take. So as an empath, naturally you're a giver. You cannot be having something and you will meet somebody in need and you will fail to give. You will always give if you can. Even if you can't, you will try to make sure that you can, to try to give. Now, you need to be very careful as well, because you need to understand that sometimes, like I've said, there is people, they are just takers. They just want to take advantage of you. So be able to discern people who just need to take advantage from you because there is a lot you can offer. So you need to know when to give and when to stay, when to stop and when to keep something for yourself. As a natural giver, if you're a person who is a natural giver, then eventually that is the language of an empath. Number two is you may be a person who is having this life-saving, what do they call it? You're a lifesaver. There is somebody struggling, there is somebody going through stuff, somebody is stuck on the side of the road, you cannot pass that person. There is somebody begging for food, there is somebody who is need a home to stay. Some people will come and knock at your door. Oh, can I stay in your house for a night or stuff like that? You'll open their door, you'll offer them your coach, and they'll stay for the night. You are that kind of person. You serve, you like serving people. Now, sometimes, like I've said, you've got to use your discernment because you may serve the wrong person. You may sometimes be serving the wrong person who is going to actually destroy you. So, as an empath as well, one other thing that I want to talk about is you might have discovered that you have this natural intuition, or some of you could even have discovered that you have got some form of psychic abilities. You may be naturally a psychic. There are some people they call psychic empaths, and there's also some people they call the intuitive empaths. There's very many different types of empaths. Is why I've referred you to go to that channel, because that channel exploits the whole subject of empaths, and they go into the details. So you can go there, you learn a lot of things. So almost every empath is an intuitive empath. Almost every, there's just some things you know, without knowing how you know, but you just know some things. You get these natural downloads from the universe about certain situations, and you're almost, if not 100, at least 95% right. Another language that every empath speaks, which is number 4, is you may be a person who has noticed. You can feel the energy in a room. You can feel people's emotions. When you're around a person, you can almost feel, without even them speaking, without them having to say anything, you may just naturally know that this person is going through something. Maybe they are really happy, or sometimes you can know they are really sad. And you will feel that emotion as your own. So sometimes you're even feeling things that are not yours. You may be around a person who is going through a divorce, for example, or a breakup, and you're going to feel like you're the one who is going through that breakup, because it's almost like you can feel their energy, okay? So that is how you know also that you're an empath. Another one, which is a very common sign of almost all empaths, a language that every empath speaks, is you are a person who hates very crowded places, okay? You know these things of concerts, everybody's there, 1,000, 2,000 people, everybody's in one place. You don't like those kind of places. Even if you may attend, you're going to feel extremely drained because you have been absorbing all these energies in that particular place. Or sometimes if you attend, you may find yourself at the back of the crowds, or somewhere at the sides where you are not actually engaged in the middle of the crowd. You may not be a person who is going to stand in the middle of that crowd. So that is how you know that that is how you know that you're an empath. It is a language that every empath speaks. If you're the person that normally doesn't like, or you even hate, if you have to, you will avoid it. You don't like crowded places. Eventually, you are an empath. Now, if you're also a person who enjoys spending time in nature, you like being out there in the woods, taking long walks at the beach, taking some time in the woods and stuff like that. You enjoy these nature animals. You like you guys in the US, you go in the Grand Canyons, you walk in the mountains, the deserts and stuff. You are also an empath, okay? Naturally, you're drawn to this kind of environments because they have got very pure energy. And that's where you want to be. That is exactly where you feel at home. Another sign that you may be also an empath is you may be a person who is very, very creative. You could have remembered back in the days, maybe you was a kid, and you used to create some things that was very unique. Something that people don't even know where you got that inspiration or where you got those ideas. So you may have been a person that was very creative. You was creating different things. Or sometimes it could have been something you could have created in your mind, or you could have said something that is very unique. So you are a very unique person, and you have got very, very creative gifts and abilities that you may sometimes have put into practice. Not everybody knows their gifts as well, like I've said many times in my videos, but sometimes you come into those creative abilities and you use those creative abilities to your advantage. So if you consider yourself, you find yourself in your comfort zone, sometimes you're drawing, sketching out some things, or making some new designs or stuff like that, then you are also most likely an empath. If you are a guy, man, or woman who enjoys your time alone, nobody can walk you out of this. You like being alone. You enjoy alone time. People will call you for parties. People will call you for this or that. you will just want to stay in your own house and chill. Okay, you don't want to be bothered with anything. You enjoy that time alone. Okay, so it is like when you're alone, you have got that sense of recharging. You know that always we recharge when you're on your own. That is when, because an empath is a person who just naturally draws energy from the universe. Okay, you don't need to use other people to draw your own energy. You don't need to be doing this vampirism whereby you just go into different places, drawing energy from different people. You can be alone and you can just simply naturally draw your energy from the universe. And most of the times, that energy can be drawn in places where there is nature. So if you enjoy alone time, eventually you are an empath. That is a language that every empath speaks. Now, another one, which is also a very common one, which might also have happened to you, is when you have that tendency of attracting a lot of broken people. It doesn't matter whether you just need a friend or somebody to talk to, or just sometimes you are on your way out walking around and just somebody gravitates naturally towards you, only for you to discover that this person is a very broken person. Maybe they are crying, oh, this one has something happened, my dogs died, passed away, the husband did this, they are divorced or stuff. They're just broken people, traumatized people. You have that energy which actually draws and attracts a lot of those kind of individuals. People who have been going through a lot of things in their own private lives. You are an empath. If you attract broken people of all shapes and form, then eventually that is a language that every empath speaks. Now, sometimes you are an empath if you know, or if you have been in scenarios where people just naturally come to you and they're going to pour out all their problems to you. They are going to share things with you. They will tell you things that they have never told anybody else. You know, sometimes even they don't even know you. They don't know you, your name or whatever. But you're just going to see people telling you their things about their wives, things about their husbands. You know, whatever is happening at their job. It's the first engagement and the first encounter. But people are just going to naturally open up their deepest inner secrets. So that is how you know that you're an empath, when you run into people who always open up and they want to talk about all of their problems that you don't even know about. And the last one is you are most likely an empath if you don't like to see people getting hurt. Is why I've told you that an empath is all about justice. So you really want to go in there and find what is the root of the problem. Why is that person hurt, or why is this thing happening to them? Is the reason as why sometimes you've met these kind of narcissistic people. A lot of empaths have been dating narcissists. You have been some of you have even been married to narcissists. So you have been with these people and you could see somebody that is very deeply hurt. You couldn't really pretty much figure out what the problem was, but it was like, okay, we can work things out. And you go in there and you wanted to figure out where the problem really was, even if they never really told you what was going on. So you have been in that energy where you knew somebody was hurting. Sometimes you came in, even sometimes to help them. And it made you feel some kind of a way, because it was like, why is this person going through this stuff? So you have even sometimes attempted to help these kind of people because you knew there was something going on in their lives that was very painful. So even sometimes you have even soaked up that energy. When the person was hurting, you also ended up getting hurt at the same time, because you was around a person that was already hurting. But still, it was not a good sight for you. It is not something you want to see. You're a person who likes to or enjoys seeing a smile on somebody's face, okay? You want people happy and living their best lives and stuff like that. Even if sometimes you're the one struggling, you still want to see other people doing their own thing and, living their lives and going about their day. So if those things resonate with you, then definitely you're an empath. There's a language that almost every empath speaks. Let us know which of these things resonates with you in the comment section below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Denzo Moses signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.